Hey everyone, John from Nintendo Life here, and Nintendo aren't exactly known for being loosey-goosey with their IP, but there are exceptions, especially in recent years. So today, we're counting examples in which third-party games feature Nintendo characters. Now, these aren't counting games such as Mario + Rabbids Kingdom Battle, because this is basically a Nintendo game made by a third party, rather than a third-party game featuring Nintendo characters. So anyway, without further ado, John, take it away! The one with the microphone, not this one. The other one.
Jeez, this Mario game is stunning. The level design is exquisite, no level feels the same, and there are so many new ideas. Hang on, that's not Mario, that's Rayman! Rayman Legends was originally going to be a Wii U exclusive, but that didn't pan out. Despite apparently being complete, the game was delayed to make room for other platforms. To make up for the delay though, the Wii U version was given some exclusive content in the way of a Mario costume for Rayman and a Luigi costume for Glowbox. Looking good, Glowbox. These costumes also carry into the Switch version. They may not do a whole lot, but you can play the entirety of Rayman Legends as Mario, kinda. It's a shame that Barbara and the Tinsies don't get anything, because Barbara's pretty much a perfect daisy, but what do I know? I'm not a French developer. Still, really cool incentive to play this on Nintendo. Sonic Lost World has some really weird stuff. So this game was originally part of a 3-game exclusivity. This consisted of Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, which was probably going to be made anyway, but sure. Of course, Sonic Lost World and Sonic Boom. Good deal, Sega. I actually quite like Lost World, and this game was brought over to PC, however, it is missing some Nintendo content. The game had 3 free DLC packs. There was Nightmare Zone based on Nights, which was pretty cool, but then there was a Yoshi Zone and a Zelda Zone. Have you ever wanted to watch Sonic homing attack a Shy Guy? Well, there you go. So the Yoshi Zone is entirely in 2D and pretty much plays like a Yoshi game. Rings are replaced by coins, there's 5 flowers to collect replacing red rings, and you can also pick up Yoshi eggs. You can't throw them, but you can launch Shy Guys into piranha plants in a very similar way to throwing an egg in Yoshi's Island. If you don't lose them, then at the end of the level, the eggs will hatch, and they will give you so many lives. Thanks, Yoshis. It's not a long level, but it's still really cool, and just seeing Sonic go through a pipe is pretty mind-boggling. Then we have Zelda Zone, which gives us our first HD Skyward Sword Link. There's your HD remaster. Unlike pretty much all levels in this game, this is a sandbox. You're free to run around this small version of Hyrule, and there's just a bunch of Easter eggs. You can jump up here and open a treasure chest, just like Link. You can attack these Cuckoos and get a swarm chasing you, just like in the games. And you can even deflect Deku Seeds by using your homing attack. There's some really cool stuff in here, but Sonic Team, Stout Childs do not come out during the day. What are you trying to pull here? And the level finally culminates with Sonic getting the Triforce. What did you wish for? Sonic Mania, baby. Tekken Tag Tournament 2 was a Wii U launch title, but what warrants the Wii U Edition tagline? Does it have Resident Evil 4 Wii Edition aiming? No, but every game should. What it does have though is a buttload of Nintendo content. Pretty much every single character has a Nintendo costume, and a lot of these are really fitting. For example, Devil Jin is Ganondorf, Ogre is Bowser, and Panda is Princess Peach. Be whoever you want to be, Panda. There's costumes for Mario, Luigi, Peach, Bowser, Toad, Link, Zelda, Sheik, Ganondorf, Zero Suit Samus, Captain Falcon, and even Fox McCloud. The costumes on their own are pretty cool, but it's not the only Nintendo content in this game. There's also Mushroom Battle. In this, Mario power-ups spawn in the background. These include a regular mushroom, a mega mushroom, a poison mushroom, a golden mushroom, and a Starman. All this goes a really long way to making this version of Tekken Tag Tournament 2, which is a lot of tease, easily my favourite version of the game. Scribblenauts Unlimited is a game where you type in anything and it comes to life. Well, pretty much anything. In fact, the Wii U version went a bit further by allowing Nintendo content. If you type in Mario, he appears. Type in Fireflower, you can give it to him. You can type in Link, Zelda, Ganondorf, Goron, Luigi. There's a ton here from the Mario and Zelda universe, and very strangely, just in the Wii U version. Unlimited's also on Switch and 3DS, but for whatever reason, they don't have this content. If you want to see Ganondorf fight a Koopa, you've got to get a Wii U. Here's a big revelation. I'm not a sports guy, so how do you get me to buy a sports game? You put Mario in it, of course, now I'm interested. During the GameCube era, Mario characters would appear in EA Sports games. You can see them right here in NBA Street V3 and they look ridiculous. They were also in SSX On Tour, and even Fight Night Round 2, which featured Little Mac. I mean, apparently that's him. Has green gloves, I suppose. It even featured the entirety of Super Punch-Out. Very weird collaboration. I want more of it. Dead or Alive Dimensions was the first game in the series on a Nintendo console, and up until Dead or Alive Extreme 3, it remained the only one. This is a really good entry, and for an early 3DS game, it looks stunning. You might know the developers of this franchise made Metroid Other M, and part of that collaboration found its way into Dead or Alive Dimensions. Unfortunately, Samus isn't playable, but she is here. For finishing Arcade Route 6, you get a stage based off the geothermal power plant, which you may know is the big stage where you fight Ridley and Other M. Ridley's the star of this stage. He'll blast fireballs at you in the background, and if you get knocked off the stage, this happens. But if you get a bit tired of Ridley, simply go up to the microphone and say, Samus. That may not sound real, but I assure you, that really happens. There is a lot of Nintendo content in Monster Hunter, like we're talking tons. 4 are some of the most, like Mario and Luigi costumes for your Palicos, a full-on Link costume with the hero's sword, which is definitely the Master Sword, Samus and Zero Suit Samus, and there's definitely some big energy going on there. There's even Animal Crossing content with Isabelle and Mr. Rossetti. Then Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate has all this stuff here, including a Breath of the Wild link. Heck, in Monster Hunter Stories, one of your rides can be Epona. You can also get the Majora's Mask, which, like Link, you shouldn't wear that. Nothing good can come of that. So with all this, it's pretty much a guarantee that Monster Hunter Rise is also going to have plenty of Nintendo content down the line. Put Link back in Soulcalibur. I'm not gonna lie, back in the day I bought this game just to play as Link, but doing so I discovered Soulcalibur, and that it's a great series. This game released on 3 different platforms. GameCube had Link, PS2 had Heihachi, and Xbox had Spawn. Yeah, from the comics, the iconic Xbox character. In 2013, Soulcalibur II was re-released in HD and with online play. This release even put Heihachi and Spawn in every version of the game, but unfortunately this was during the time of the Wii U, and Soulcalibur II did not come to Wii U, meaning Link never battled Spawn. Bandai Namco, it's not too late, we still want this. Anyway, Link is freaking awesome in this game. You'd think they basically just forced him in, but no, he's a natural fit. It's a real shame he's not reappeared since 2002 because this is so much fun. Metal Gear has a strange history with Nintendo, where most games aren't on their platforms, but the ones that are basically exclusive. Metal Gear Solid the Twin Snakes was a complete remake of the original game. It basically took MGS1, gave it the mechanics of MGS2, and made it very over the top. That said though, I really like this version, and if you're a Nintendo fan, there is plenty to see here. During the fight with Grey Fox, you may spot some figurines in the background. Once the fight's over, there is plenty of time to interact with them. So yeah, just over here there are Mario and Yoshi figurines. Shooting Mario gives you a 1-up sound, and shooting Yoshi makes him do this. There's also a Phantom GameCube with no wires. I get the Wavebird's wireless, but how's everything else plugged in? How is this working? This makes no sense! Whoops. Not too much later in the game, you face off against Psycho Mantis. In the PlayStation version, he'd read your memory card, and if there's Konami games on there, he'll name them. In Twin Snakes though, he does this with Nintendo games. These include Eternal Darkness, The Wind Waker, Mario Sunshine, and Melee.
You seem to like The Legend of Zelda, don't you?
Then there's also Snake Eater 3D. This one gets forgotten a lot, and while it certainly has its flaws, it's still the best playing version of Metal Gear Solid 3. You can crawl and walk at the same time, there's proper third-person aiming, and you can move and shoot at the same time. They basically injected MGS3 with Peace Walker. It's got some frame rate issues, but it still plays really well. You might recall in the original version, 64 of these frogs were hidden throughout the game, and on 3DS, those frogs are now Yoshi. Apparently Konami's got a thing for shooting Yoshi dolls. He doesn't deserve this. Taiko no Tatsujin is no stranger to Nintendo. In fact, Taiko Drum Master on Switch has songs such as Jump Up Superstar from Mario Odyssey. There's tracks from Splatoon 2 and even Kirby. What I really want to show you though is this. This is Taiko no Tatsujin Rhythmic Adventures. The compilation was ported to Switch not too long ago, and it includes all the bonus crossovers from 3DS. This image comes from Tech Gaming, and yes, that is Kirby, King Dedede, Phoenix Wright, Jibanyan, and yes, that's even Reimu from Toho, standing right next to Kirby. What a world.
So, have you played any of these games yourself, and are there any big games on this list that I completely missed? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to go to that subscribe button and put a Mario hat on it. That way I might buy it. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone!